High on a sunny green hill, a young boy named Pip sat with his flock of fluffy sheep. Every day was the same. The sun shone, the grass grew, and the sheep went baa, baa. Pip sighed a very long, very bored sigh. He wished something exciting would happen. Pip looked at his sheep, and then down at the village below. He had a naughty idea. "If I shout for help, everyone will come running," he whispered to himself. He stood up on his tiptoes, took a deep breath, and yelled as loud as he could, "Wolf! Wolf! There is a wolf chasing the sheep!" Down in the village, Master Iron the blacksmith heard the cry. He dropped his heavy hammer and grabbed a sturdy wooden pole. He ran up the hill as fast as his legs could carry him, gasping for air, ready to protect the boy and his flock. Close behind was Madame Bun, the village baker. She had been dusting flour off her apron when she heard the scream. She grabbed her longest rolling pin and raced up the hill, her hat fluttering in the wind. "Don't worry, Pip. We're coming," she called out. When the villagers reached the top, there was no wolf. There was only Pip, rolling on the grass and laughing until his tummy hurt. "I fooled you! I fooled you all," Pip giggled. Master Iron and Madame Bun were not laughing. They wiped the sweat from their foreheads and marched back down the hill. A few days later, Pip was bored again. "Wolf! Wolf!" he screamed even louder than before. Once again, the kind villagers dropped their work and ran to help him. And once again, Pip laughed and pointed at them because there was no wolf to be seen. "It's just a joke," he cried. But then, as the sun began to set, a long, dark shadow crept over the hill. Two yellow eyes glowed from the bushes. A real wolf, big and hungry, stepped out into the clearing. Pip's heart began to drum against his ribs. He was truly scared this time. Pip screamed with all his might, "Wolf! Help! Please! There is a real wolf!" Down in the village, Master Iron and Madame Bun heard him. They looked at each other and shook their heads. "He is just playing another trick," said Master Iron. They stayed in the village and continued their work. Pip watched in tears as the wolf chased his poor sheep into the dark forest. He cried and cried, but no one came to help him. He realized that his jokes had cost him the trust of his friends. He felt very small and very lonely under the rising moon. The next morning, Pip met Elder Sage at the edge of the woods. The old man placed a kind hand on Pip's shoulder. "Nobody believes a liar, Pip," Elder Sage said softly, "even when he is telling the truth." Pip nodded, promising that from that day on, his words would always be true.